Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Marilyn Darling Show, and welcome to another episode of an ink review. Today, we are looking at a green ink from Private Reserve Ebony Green. Oh dear. And as per usual, I forgot to look up where this came from. I'm almost sure that it came from OC Pen Club. Private Reserve. Okay, I don't know who I don't know who sent me this. So, hi Gary, how are you doing today? Are you having a nice day? It's not raining today. At least I don't think it's raining. Let me see. I see sun. It's cloudy, but it's not raining. And it's actually warming up pretty nicely. It's already up to like 66. So, it's doing pretty nice. I need a nap to compensate for daylight saving. Me too. Alright, let's get into this review. Alright, but first let's share this with our friends so that they can come and hang out with us too. Sorry for the slow update. Sundays are always my lazy day, so I just basically do nothing except for the ink review, and maybe I currently ink, and maybe a Bujo setup video. But I think that from now on, I'm going to do the Bujo setup video at the beginning of the month, and then just that'll be how it is, because I find that that works a lot better for me. I don't have to like worry about the next week or the next week. Like near the end of the month I can worry about it, but I won't have to worry about it till then. Okay, let's do this ink review. This is a very dark ink. You can kind of see, and it has some red sheen, which is kind of cool, but it's basically a very dark black-green ink. Alright, here's our ink swatch, and water resistance shows that it does have a little bit of water resistance. However, when I first put it down, you could not see anything because I had to wick away some of the color. Here is our ink painting for the day. Looks very cool. And here is our toilet paper chromatography. I see black, and then I see like a dark green, and then I see like a medium green, and then right along the edge there's like a blue, like a turquoise color coming out. That's cool. Today's pen, we will be using the Twisby Swipe with a broad nib. Okay, let's do some ink review, shall we? I seem to have misplaced a clip. I have no idea what I did with my clip. Anyway, alright, here is our ink swatch of the day. Let's see. This has a nice reddish, purpley sheen to it. This is the Pen and Gear Memo Book from Walmart.com. There is no feathering, no bleeding, and only a little bit of ghosting. This is lightweight Traveler's Notebook paper. Again, nice sheen, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghost, little bit of ghosting. Tiny bit of ghosting. This is super lightweight Traveler's Notebook paper. Nice sheen. It does look like it's trying to spread into the page, and normal amount of ghosting. This is Moleskine 70 GSM. All of that sheen is gone, and it is feathering into the page, and it did bleed through the page. Alright, this is Field Notes Journal. No sheen. A little bit of feathering, and a little bit of bleeding, and a little bit of ghosting. This is Fabriano Ecoqua 85 GSM. Nice sheen. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. This is Ayush 100 GSM paper. Nice sheen. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. This is 52 GSM Tomaway River. Nice sheen, no feathering, no bleeding, and barely any ghosting. This is the Jot Journal from the Dollar Tree. And I did look them up, and they still sell these books at the Dollar Tree, so these are probably of the best paper so far for the price. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. This is Marmon Nemosity 80 GSM dot grid. A little bit of sheen, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. This is Oxford Optic paper. A little bit of sheen, no feathering, a little bit of bleeding, and a little bit of ghosting. Clairefontaine 90 GSM. Oops. Barely any. I don't see any sheen. No feathering. no bleeding, but a little bit of ghosting. One little tiny dot of bleed through. I don't know where that came from. Alright, this is the Lamy booklet, 90 GSM. Need to fix my camera so that it's over the midpoint. There we go. There's no sheen and barely any feathering and no bleeding, but a little bit of ghosting. This is Exceed 100 GSM heavyweight paper from Walmart.com. I don't see hardly any sheen, no feathering, little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is Up and Up wide rolled composition book from Target.com. I only see like a little tiny bit of sheen, maybe. No feathering, a little bit of no bleeding, but a little bit of ghosting. Alright, this is True Red composition book from Staples.com. It is feathering into the page. Little bit of bleeding, little bit of ghosting. This is the Nanami 7 Seas 68 GSM Tumaway River. Ooh, lots of sheen. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. This is Rhodium Dot Pad 80 GSM. Nice sheen, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. This is Buffet handmade paper from Italy. It is feathering into the page, but there's no bleeding, no ghosting. Alright, this is U-Style notebook paper. No sheen. Little bit of feathering. Little bit of bleeding, little bit of ghosting. This is CVS Caliber notebook paper. Nice sheen, no feathering, no bleeding, and barely any ghosting. This is Oxford notebook paper. Nice sheen, no feathering, no bleeding, and barely any ghosting. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, sorry about that. Alright, this is Mead wide rolled notebook paper. It is feathering into the page, and it totally bled through the page. This is 5-star notebook paper. Lots of feathering, little bit of bleeding, little bit of ghosting. HP Premium 32-pound copy paper. A little bit of feathering, a little bit of tiny bit of hint of bleed through, but only a minimal amount of ghosting. And this is JNB Copper Plate Graph Pad from JohnNeilBooks.com. And there's a minimal amount of feathering and minimal amount of ghosting. Alright, last but not least, this is Original Crown Mill 100 GSM paper. Hi Gristle, how are you doing today? Are you having a nice day? There's no sheen, no feathering, no bleeding, and a minimal amount of ghosting. Hi Shay Shay Girl, I got your postcard. And I wrote you a little letter and sent that off. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Oh yes, let's do a comparison panel. Okay, I need to get some new finger cots. If you guys thumb through a lot of documents, these little finger cot things, they're like little finger condoms. They're totally worth buying. I gotta tell you, because it gets a little squinchy after you lick your finger for so many times. Anyway. All right. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got? All right, this is Private Reserve, Ebony Green, Forest Green, Emerald, Diamond Green Black. These are kind of similar. Daintree Green, Evergreen. These are kind of similar too, but this one's just a little bit lighter. Ironite, Document Green, Umber Green, Olive Green, Noodler's Green, Tinker's Ink, Alpha PSC, Lemongrass, Nopal, Tuslabua, Walk the Dog, Olive Swirl, Basil Pesto, Olive Green, Meadow Green, Autumn Forest, Salamander, Sherwood Green, Supernatural, Apple Teeny, Magical Forest, Mixable Green, Verde Prato, Calligraphy Passion, Key Lime High, Cockapoo Parrot, Green Cactus, Mermaid Green, Spirulina Green, Golden Ivy, Holly Twinkle, Mermaid Tail, Emerald Green, Palm Green, Bazooted Woodgrowin, Sherwood Green, Cooked Spinach, Bright Green, Spirit, Freedom of the Starry Skies Green, Diamond Elf, Pushkin, Brilliant Green, Arabella, Colorverse Able. This one's kind of close too. Saibe Midori, Syed Season's Greetings. This one's a little more teal flavored, but the darkness is still there. Robert Oster Velvet Storm. This one is also a little more leaning towards teal, but the darkness is still there. Again, Organic Studio, Henry David Thoreau. This is running just slightly more teal, but the darkness is there. Diamond Spruce, La Bahera, Diamond Hells, Peppermint Drop, Delamere Green, Yosemite Green, Vermont, California Teal, Boss, Scribo Verde Bosco, Pannonia Godinizold, Alpine, Black Ivy. This one's kind of similar too. These are like almost the same color. My husband got me this lotion to rub my feet 'cause the hurt so bad all the time. It's called Kiehl's or something. I use it on my hands and it's worth $47. Wow. That's a lot of money for lotion. Jade Noir, Monteverde Crocodile. These are very similar. Bakersfield Food Color Green, Diamond Best Wishes. Best Wishes has shimmer in it, but it's the same kind of that darkness. Heavy Crude. This one's a little more army green undertones, but the same darkness. Pelican Jade, Sailor Rikyo Cha, Kingfisher Green, and Private Reserve Spearmint. I do want to look in the black department because maybe there might be one in here that looks... Here we go. This is Bakersfield Food Color Green. I'm sorry, Bakersfield Food Color Black. But if we look in this little corner over here, and I bring up the brightness just a little bit, you can kind of see that food color has that. This is more like an army green. Black. I think that's the only one that doesn't lean purple or blue or black. Purple, blue. Yeah, that's really the only one. Gray inks. Yep, that's it. Well, I never, when I got started in fountain pens, thought it would explode in ink and pen options. Oh yeah, it's gone batshit crazy in the last 20 years. Like, just the amount of inks is completely amazing. It went from like maybe 100 inks to like over 1,000 inks. And in the last like 5 years or so, inks have just been coming out one right after the other, after the other, after the other. And so people are just like completely overwhelmed. One of the reasons that I have been doing the reviews as I have is so that you guys can be like, so that you can see in the comparisons that, oh, this ink looks like this one, I already have this one, I probably don't need to get a sample or a bottle of that ink. And there are a lot of inks out there that when you put them down on paper, that they look totally different than how they would in any other scenario. So, I mean, this just basically looks like a black ink. If I didn't know better, I would think it was a black ink. Because when you put it down on paper... What is this? Private Reserve. Ebony Green. See, it just looks black. So, I mean, even if I turn up the lights all the way in, it just looks black. So, I mean, maybe it's not worth, you know, spending all that money on if you already have a dark colored or greenish black ink that you already have, or that even looks like this. I mean, you wouldn't even notice that it's green except for if you got like this close to the paper. So, I mean, it just doesn't make much sense to me. I mean, even in my Hobonichi, it just looks like a black ink with a little bit of red sheen. That's it. See, I like these nice bright colors so that you can tell what the color is. But like these black inks, they just really don't do it for me, because you can't tell. Like, this just looks like a darker, super dark green ink. But like, I like happy colors, you know, ones that I can tell. Oh, this is a really pretty blue color. Oh, this is a red color. This is like a darker red color, but it's still got color. I like happy colors and not dark, murky colors like today's ink. But that is just me, and you can do whatever you like. You can do whatever you like. So, that is all I got for today. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. I hope that you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the little bell. Make sure it's set to all so when I upload new content, YouTube notifies you. And I will be back very soon with another video. So, take care until then. Oh, I just got a whole plethora of comment. Let me see. Have you reviewed the Jinhao X159? I will not be reviewing the X159. And I'll tell you why. It's got a number 8 size nib, and if I don't like fine nibs, so, and I have no idea how to find broad nibs in a number 8 size nib at the moment that don't cost $400 or $500. So it's not gonna happen. Unless somebody wants to send me one for free, I'm not interested. And until Jinhao starts making piston pens, I'm probably not going to be buying any of more Jinhao pens. I do have a pen on the way that I'm excited to share, and when I get that, we will get to see it. So, that's all I got. I will be back very soon with another video. So take care until then. Aw. Oh, love you, bye. Have a great day.